Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Arjun Chaudhary. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Thursday, the 13th of August. Court lifts ban on Maggi sales in India. Pakistan government rejects resignation of MQM lawmakers. And Bangladesh court issues proposals for poll-time caretaker government. And now for all the details. In a major relief to Nestle, an Indian court on Thursday lifted a ban on its Maggi noodles. The instant food was banned in June after excess amounts of lead and monosodium glutamate were found in laboratory tests.
The Bombay High Court set aside the order of India's food regulator banning the sale of Maggi instant noodles and allowed Nestle to resume sales in the country. The court has also directed to conduct fresh tests on all the recalled variants of Maggi noodles by 3 pre-approved laboratories within the next 6 weeks. Many said they are happy that their favorite food item will be back on the shelves soon.
क्वालिटी जो मैगी की पहले थी वही क्वालिटी ना करके उसमें मतलब जो भी प्रॉब्लम आई है मैगी में उसमें प्रॉपरली करके उसमें जो भी अलग अलग डिफरेंसेस करके उसमें वापस से आना चाहिए मैगी को।
आदमी जो है डर डर के मैगी का इस्तेमाल करेगा। पहले से तो मैगी एकदम बंदी हो गया है, कोई खाने का नाम ही नहीं ले रहा है और वो मैगी पहले जैसा नहीं रहेगा।
The instant noodles packets, which had been a favorite for decades across all age groups in India, found itself in a spot after lab tests in various parts of the country showed the presence of MSG. Even though Nestle insisted that the amount was within permissible limits and its noodles were safe to consume, the company withdrew Maggi noodles from Indian stores in June. The Bombay High Court order also comes a day before India's top consumer court was to take up a petition filed by the government seeking $99 million in damages from Nestle for unfair trade practices.
Pakistan government had decided not to accept the resignations of Muttahid-e-Aqwami movement lawmakers. The party's elected representatives had tendered the resignations on Wednesday, alleging victimization in the name of an ongoing anti-militancy operation in Karachi.
Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has tasked Interior Minister Chaudhry Nisar Ali Khan, Finance Minister Ishaq Dar and Jamiat Ulema-e-Islam Fazl Chief Maulana Fazlur Rahman to persuade MQM lawmakers to withdraw their resignations. The government has also asked the National Assembly Speaker not to accept their resignations. 24 MQM lawmakers from the lower house, 8 lawmakers from the upper house, along with the 51 members in the Sindh Provincial Assembly had submitted their resignations on Wednesday. The move came on the direction of party chief Altaf Hussain, who was reportedly disappointed with its elected representatives for failing to end the continued targeting of activists by security agencies. The party said it is being victimized. The MQM is the 4th largest party in Pakistan Parliament. It draws its support base from the Urdu-speaking Muhajir community in southern Sindh province. The party has been for long accusing the paramilitary and security agencies of targeting its supporters. According to the party, hundreds of its workers are detained illegally and many of them have become victims of extrajudicial killings.
The two houses of the Indian Parliament adjourned sine die on Thursday. The monsoon session, which the government had hoped to get key legislations passed, saw nearly complete washout due to opposition protest.
The Narendra Modi government's resolve to get the goods and services tax bill passed in the parliament couldn't materialize as both the upper house Rajya Sabha and the lower house Lok Sabha were adjourned sine die. The government had on Tuesday introduced the bill in the Rajya Sabha, where it is a minority, but couldn't get it passed due to opposition protest. Another bill which got caught in the protest was the land acquisition bill. The opposition led by the Congress party has been blocking the House proceedings right since the beginning of the session, seeking the resignation of Foreign Minister Sushma Swaraj. The government, however, remained optimistic about reforms in the near future.
हम बातचीत शुरू से कर रहे थे, बातचीत आज भी हम करेंगे और बातचीत के माध्यम से हम देश के विकास के रास्ते को आगे बढ़ाएंगे, ये हमारा संकल्प है.
Despite Swaraj making a statement in the House last week, the Congress party said she has failed to answer the questions raised by the opposition.
सुषमा जी ने कल बड़े भाषण दिए, बहुत लंबी लंबी बात की, मगर जो हमने 2 सवाल पूछे थे उसका जवाब नहीं दिया। सिंपल सवाल था, आपको कितना पैसा मिला और आपने ये जो चैरिटी वर्क किया है, जो ह्यूमैनिटेरियन वर्क किया है, ये आपने छुप कर क्यों किया?
With the monsoon session witnessing a near complete washout, all eyes will be on the winter session of the parliament, where the government may carry forward the important bills.
Pakistan on Thursday confirmed that its National Security Advisor Sartaj Aziz will travel to New Delhi later this month to meet his Indian counterpart Ajit Doval. The talks between the two was agreed upon by Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Pakistan counterpart Nawaz Sharif while they met in Russian city of Ufa last month. However, there were speculations that the meeting could be cancelled following the recent terror attacks in India's Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir. New Delhi is expected to raise a spike in terrorist violence by Pakistan-based terror groups such as Lashkar-e-Toiba during the meeting. Parts of Kashmir under Pakistani occupation complain of being left out of developmental projects announced by Islamabad. This has forced the people here to come out against the governments here. A report.
People of Chinari, some 30 miles away from Pakistan-occupied Kashmir's capital, Muzaffarabad, are holding a blockade protest to call the administration's attention to their long-standing problem.
ये चिनारी को बिल्कुल नज़रअंदाज किया गया। यहाँ 4 यूनियनों का मरकज़ है। मरकज़ में कोई चीज़ इंसानी फलाह बहबूद के लिए मौजूद नहीं है। पानी की यहाँ पर किल्लत है और सेवरेज लैंड की यहाँ पर किल्लत है। नहीं दी आज तक 70 साल से आज तक कोई काम नहीं हो रहा, जबकि ये मरकज़ कहलाता है चिनारी। और ये मरकज़ ऐसा है कि ये श्रीनगर को भी मिलाता है, इस्लामाबाद को भी मिलाता है।
The region lags behind when it comes to healthcare and educational facilities.
आज 67 साल गुजरने के बावजूद वो उसी कंडीशन में, बल्कि उसकी कंडीशन जो है पहले से वो कम कर दी गई है। पहले ये 10 बेड का अस्पताल था, अब यहाँ पर वो भी 2005 के ज़लज़ले के बाद ख़त्म हो गया। दूसरा जो हमारा ये मुतालबा है कि यहाँ पर जो है ना, ये 4 यूनियन काउंसिलों का मरकज़ है, 3 लाख की यहाँ पर आबादी है और हमारे पास कोई गर्ल्स कॉलेज नहीं है।
The protesters said they have been trying to raise the issue with the authorities for years, but to no effect.
हमारे मुतालबात पूरा बाजार तमाम उस वक्त तक हमारी हड़ताल जारी रहेगी जब तक हमारा अस्पताल अपग्रेड नहीं होगा और चिनारी गर्ल्स इंटर कॉलेज का दर्जा नहीं, हाई स्कूल को गर्ल्स इंटर कॉलेज का दर्जा नहीं दिया जाएगा।
Locals say that the lack of basic infrastructure is also hurting the vast tourism potential of the valley.
Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif, who is on a Pakistan visit, met Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif on Thursday. The visit comes at a time when Iran is trying to expand its reach after the historic nuclear agreement Tehran signed with the world powers last month. The two leaders discussed on increasing bilateral cooperation in sectors ranging from oil and gas, energy and transportation. Zarif, who played a key role in Iran's nuclear deal, will travel to New Delhi on Friday. As the opposition political parties in Bangladesh are continuing the demand of a non-partisan poll-time government, the High Court has suggested 2 formulas to resolve the crisis. The opposition, which had boycotted the 2014 general elections, raising the demand, had unleashed large-scale violence in the country, killing over 100 people.
The High Court's 2 suggestions are aimed at forming an interim government to assist the Election Commission to hold the next 2 general elections. According to the first proposal, the Prime Minister can lead a 50-member cabinet comprising representatives from all parties. The second recommendation provides the main opposition a chance to govern the country for the last 1 year of the 5-year tenure of the parliament. While making the observations in a case challenging the election of 153 uncontested lawmakers in the last year's elections, the court stressed the need for building a different body to resolve the dispute over handing over power to the interim government. A caretaker government to oversee elections was prevalent in Bangladesh until it was abolished in 2011 by the parliament after it was annulled by the country's Supreme Court. The Bangladesh Nationalist Party, led by former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia and its allies, had boycotted the polls last year, claiming that they will contest only under a caretaker administration. Even if the government accepts the recommendations of the court, the BNP or its allies will have no representation in this cabinet as they had boycotted the polls.
As Pakistan is all set to celebrate its 68th Independence Day, there is a sense of patriotism and merrymaking in the air. Take a look at how people across Pakistan are gearing up for the big day.
Markets across Pakistan are buzzing with enthusiasts as preparations are in full swing on the eve of Independence Day. Pakistan is set to mark the Independence Day on Friday with great zeal and fervour.
इस दफ़ा पिछले साल से भी ज़्यादा। पिछले साल इतना रौनक नहीं थी जितना रौनक, तो हालात ठीक है अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। सबसे बड़ी बात है इन इलाकों में पब्लिक नहीं आ रही थी पिछले साल हालात की वजह से, टारगेट किलिंग वगैरह के। इस दफ़ा माशाल्लाह बहुत रौनक।
Streets are soaked into the colours of green and white as people rushed at stalls to buy national flags, buntings, stickers and badges. Local traders are also making brisk business.
बहुत जोश और खरोश है और ख़रीदारी भी इसी तरीके की है। जो बच्चे ख़रीदने वाले नहीं वो भी ख़रीदारी पे आ रहे हैं। इसी तरीके से आज हमारा 14 अगस्त जो है पिछले साल से ज़्यादा फास्ट है इस साल। झंडियाँ और सूट ही बिक रहे हैं सब।
The main event will be held in Islamabad, where the Prime Minister will hoist the national flag. Pakistan appeared on the world map as a separate country on 14th August 1947 following the partition of India.
Nothing can immortalize an act of humanism than giving others another lease of life. Take a look at how people across India are exemplifying this noble cause.
Don't take your organs to heaven. God knows we need them on this earth. In keeping with this line, hundreds from across India took to streets to create awareness on World Organ Donation Day on Thursday. Many along the length and breadth of the country took pledge to donate their organs when the time would come. In northern Kanpur, locals, irrespective of caste or religion, did not shy away from registering for the noble cause.
ये है कि मृत्यु के बाद जैसे अंग सब बेकार हो जाते हैं, व्यर्थ चले जाते हैं, कोई काम नहीं आते हैं, तो अगर हमारे मरने के बाद किसी के काम आ सकें तो ये बहुत अच्छी बात है।
The enthusiasm was no different in southern Chennai, where residents from neighbouring cities also joined a walkathon to spread awareness. Those who already have received organ transplantation said they understood the significance of the cause.
मेरा life transplant के बाद it's very happening as before. एक नॉर्मल लाइफ बोल सकती हूँ मैं। आई यूज टू प्ले हॉकी बिफोर, अब मैं मैराथन कर लेती हूँ, साइक्लोथॉन कर लेती हूँ।
According to recent estimates, 200,000 people need a new kidney and 100,000 need a new liver in India every year, but only 2 to 3% of the demand for the new organs is met. Doctors say organs from a single donor could help at least 8 people to get back to their lives. Though India has a population of almost 1.3 billion people, only 0.08 persons per million population are organ donors. However, such awareness initiatives can bridge the gap between the number of organs required and those donated.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude the top stories once again. Court lifts ban on Maggi sales in India. Pakistan government rejects resignation of MQM lawmakers. And Bangladesh court issues proposals for full-time caretaker government. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.